difficile dire che cosa si è oggi, forse non si è né italiani né canadesi, siamo tutti figli di una nuova geografia e forse è più bello e più consono a chi fa poesia.
We're here to celebrate some wonderful poets, writers, as part of Italian Heritage Month.
There are creative people who need to express themselves and who also express themselves in giving a history of who we are, what our journey has been in this country, where we've come from, what we've created.
The sight of a Mediterranean in the afternoon, my grandfather peeling me a cucumber from the garden and a lizard crawling across a stone wall.
My heart is so frail when you hold it like a chalice. It fills up with drumming rains, remembers continents and floods.
In my father's backyard, in the heart of what used to be Little Italy, but is fast becoming yet another enclave of Toronto Yapidom, there is a fig tree. As fig trees go, it's a scraggly little thing with a kind of forlorn theatricality that would make it a suitable stage piece for Beckett's Waiting for Godot. But when you consider that the species was not meant by its creator to live, say, north of the 35th parallel, its paltry appearance is a sign of its endurance.
Celebrating heritage recognizes the work of our ancestors. It recognizes the power of our vision as Italian workers, as Italian artists. It's a time to recognize who we are and to value the roots from where we came.
It was interesting growing up with two different idealisms, just the kind of an Italian or a Sicilian idealism, and then a Canadian kind of idealism, and it's nice to be able to transfuse both into the poetry.
Mother rolled her own dough and made her own pasta. The sauce, produced from backyard tomatoes, simmered daily on the elements. Little red splotches covered the stovetop. She couldn't understand why I rejected the home cooking. Tired of the food I'd known all my life, I ate sandwiches in restaurants. But one Sunday afternoon, I stayed home and stared at her as she shelled peas, stared at the light reflecting off the metal bowl, stared around the kitchen at the arrangement of utensils and thought to myself, my God, what a picture this is. And when my mother wasn't looking, I dipped my finger in the sauce and an old appetite returned.
Beneath the dome of heaven, busy with saints and angels, we took refuge on a sunny Sunday morning, only to be greeted by a beautiful Florentine padre. The grace of his warm welcome drew us into a circle surrounding the high altar. Look around, he told us. Then illumination as the sun came out. You cannot see the beauty of this place unless you love the beauty in yourself.
I remember one day getting on a plane. It would carry me from Italy to Canada and back with commuter's regularity for years, each time flying over flat patches of blue, white, and green, seasonally timed to return in three-dimensional view with each takeoff and landing. Over the years, I've grown familiar with the plane's predictable trajectories, habituated by the seasonal patterns of snow and sun.
I'm up to my ears in failed exits. I'm just hoping they become permanent, a roadmap to sidestep my thinking, a splitting between me and this stutter. As a backup, I keep a log of Bob's coming and going. He visits much less when it's cold out. Every day for a month I've been dodging his visits. That's how I know it's not winter. Try and find a voice, I suppose, to try and make sense of this experience as we pass through it as best we can. But mostly a voice. I think artists are always looking for their own voice.
You're subject to idyllic dreams. You start talking in terms of a fall from the garden. It's my phone. Turn it off. Where is it? What's in my pocket? Upstage, but hey, how are you? Go away. Who needs you? What is this? I'm my own groupie here. No, I have to revise. Okay, do something with this.
Chi se la fosse mai creduto? Sta vita, quanta passa che so fatta, quanta giorni se n'ha vita e quanta pianta e sacrificio. Ma alla fine che te lassi? Figlia mia, che te lassi? Una casa, piccola, ma pagata, che la medaglia d'oro che padre mi ha detto, me l'ha rubata. Niente soldi e niente oro, figlia mia. Ma quanta cosa che ti desse. Ma solo sto dialetto mi rimane, sto dialetto che quasi quasi non capisci. Ma è un regalo senza prezzo, è una specie poesia. E quando stiamo insieme, zitto zitto, calma calma, senti, bella figlia mia, come forte sto cuore batte. You know, as an Italian-Canadian immigrant girl, it hasn't been easy to have your voice heard. And I fought, you know, for 40 years to bring my art and my words to the surface. And I'm here because I believe in art, I believe in voice, I believe in words, and also I believe in community, and I think we are out here to share.
Embrace the walls. Embrace the humility of the one who carries no history. The unknown citizen doesn't need a monument. It is the artist that needs relocation. Only the poet will not reuse, reduce, recycle his words. Only the poet will incinerate his soul, and poetry will finally reach the sky. Embrace the walls. Gangs gather on terraces in undergrounds and in malls to strategize the invasion. This is not home. Our soul is a broken window, a cockroach life along the pipes of dark basements. Their shadows touch the banks of our soul only for a moment. It is energy into waste. None of us is recyclable. In Europe, I could have injected the ignorance of border or caged the sun among relics of horizons. I could have died 3 times and perjured and again traveled and flown and stopped. Here, I close my eyes. They are before us at night in this impalpable, organoleptic and North American suggestion. Personally, I don't feel Italian. I don't feel Canadian. I feel the son of a new geography.
Well, I dreamt I saw the realm of stars. It was 1,000 away in a strange and familiar place. I saw souls in line for miles and miles. They were waiting their names, called by their wanted place. I saw those eyes as black as mine. I was running from the corners of heaven. I was running from the front of the line. I was keeping my lover careful, 'cause I know I need a little more time.